Is there a good story you have of when, obviously you came through it, but when things went, quite a bit wrong, but we may not know about this?
Yeah, actually, there is a fun story that I can share, and it's kind of the lesser known side of climbing, which is the development side. But so there was a bigger ret route out in Utah, like in the Castle Valley area, that I really wanted to do, and somebody had turned me on to. And so Mayan and I went out there, and we managed to do some really scary trad climbing and gnarly stuff to get some fixed ropes onto the line. And once we did that, we both had to go on a trip, and I came back months later to go work on this project. And as I was going up through it, it's a very blunt arete that acts like a knife. And I was jugging up the rope to go check out the route and to go kind of like see how it worked. And as I was going up, I realized, hey, I can't get access to the top and come top down. So I was going from the bottom to the top, and I didn't really know, like, what the condition of the rope was going to be. And so I remember going up, and I was doing a traverse to the left, like just a big long sideways thing. And as I'm going through, I realized that the rope is acting kind of funny, like it's jumping a lot more, and for being a static rope, it was acting very dynamic. Well, what would happen was the rope had blown in the breeze against this rock and just kept sawing through it. And by the time I realized what was going on, I was halfway through, and I was on jugs, and I couldn't go back, or I had no choice. I had to go forward, and I was just in the middle of nowhere because it looped down, so I couldn't even get back into the wall. And as I'm going up through, I realized, oh, there's only like 8 strands of the core still left in this thing. And it was completely blind, and I couldn't see it. And either that, obviously I wouldn't have jugged on it, but that was kind of one of those moments where it was just slowly creeping, just kind of like waiting to see what was going to happen. Like, were the strands going to completely fail and I go plummeting down, or like, it was kind of one of those little stories where you don't share with your parents very often. You're like, oh yeah, today I almost died. That was a bad day.
Yeah, I got over like the fun of scaring them after my 20s. So by the time you got to the top, like, was it still 8 strands, or had more strands pop by the time you got to the top?
I was really lucky, and the strands hadn't actually been cut through. They were working on it. The only thing that kind of really worried me was the fact that as I was jugging up, the sheath was coming down. So my jugs, they couldn't go over like the rumpled part of the sheath. And so like I kind of got stuck about 5 feet underneath like a ledge that I could grab onto. So I just kind of like grabbed the strand and pulled up really fast and grabbed the ledge and just kind of like beach whaled my way onto the rock. And then I had to like short fix everything and re-tie all the ropes, and it took me a while. And then the sad thing was on the next one, for the next pitch, it was a 150-foot one that that again I couldn't see the top, and I knew it ran over an edge. And so like I had to play this game. Like I remember I sat on this wall, and it's freezing cold out there. Like there's snow drifts and the wind is coming through, and I just sat there for an hour staring up, kind of wondering, did I want to do this jug or not? And eventually I did wind up doing it, but it was it was a very long decision-making process.
For free films and exclusive invites, join our email list at filmfestivalflix.com/email, and follow us on social media with Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. In your home or on the go, we bring the festival to you.